"We are ready and excited to join the club." Pregnant Meghan says she and Harry can't wait to become parents as royal fans are given their first glimpse of her tiny baby bump on opening day of engagements in Australia. Meghan Markle declared today she and Prince Harry can't wait to be parents and said, "We're ready. We're excited to join the club." The royal couple have already taken Australia by storm as they started their historic first international tour together, also taking in New Zealand, Fiji and Tonga over the next 16 days. Meghan and Harry have sparked a whirlwind by announcing they are having their first child just hours after touching down in Sydney. They had told the Queen and the rest of the royal family their happy news at Princess Eugenie's Windsor Castle wedding on Friday before boarding a commercial flight to Australia via Singapore over the weekend. The Duke and Duchess have been greeted by huge crowds desperate to see them and congratulate them about their baby, who will be seventh in line to the throne and is due in late April next year. Today, the first full day of their tour, culminated in a Sunday reception at the Grand Admiralty House overlooking the city's Opera House, where Meghan said she and her husband are excited about becoming parents. Meghan spoke to mathematician and Australian TV personality Eddie Wu, 33, at a reception, and conversation turned towards parenthood. When he said that his own children, aged 5, 7 and 10, require a lot of energy, she replied, "We're ready. We're excited to join the club." And Meghan also spoke to Australian singer Missy Higgins, and lavished compliments on her 9-week-old baby Lunar, who slept soundly during an afternoon reception where Harry told guests, "Thank you for the incredibly warm welcome and the chance to meet so many Aussies from all walks of life. And we also genuinely couldn't think of a better place to announce the upcoming baby, be it a boy or a girl." It came at the end of an extraordinary day where thousands turned out to see the couple across Sydney and congratulate them, with Meghan telling crowds, "What an exciting time. I've been so happy." The Duke and Duchess of Sussex stepped out for their first official engagements in Sydney, less than 24 hours after arriving in Australia and revealing their baby news. First at Admiralty House they were given Ugg boots and a stuffed kangaroo with a joey in the pouch for baby Sussex from Governor-General Sir Peter Cosgrove, and Meghan declared, "Our first baby gift." They then met Findlay Blue, 4, and Dasha Gallagher, 6, after they officially opened the Taronga Institute of Science and Learning at Taronga Zoo. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex concluded the first day of their royal tour with a reception hosted by Australia's Governor-General Sir Peter Cosgrove and his wife Lady Cosgrove. The royal couple were guests of honour at the afternoon event in Sydney's Admiralty House, where guests from a broad range of sectors including charity, local business, arts, sports and entertainment, gathered in one of the residence's formal reception rooms for drinks and canapés. Upon arrival, the Duchess, wearing a khaki green Brandon Maxwell dress, and Prince Harry were escorted by Lady Cosgrove to the top of the room, while Governor-General Cosgrove took to a lectern to share remarks. "You are almost a son of Australia," he said of Prince Harry's multiple visits to the country. "Your bond with the people of this nation is very special." Looking over to Meghan, he added, "And now we have you here so we can adopt you as well." Referring to the couple's visit to Taronga Zoo earlier in the day, the Governor-General joked, "When you, both, came in the study earlier I had to check for no bandages or cuts." Prince Harry was next to speak, telling guests, "It is great to be back in Australia. And especially even more so this is my wife's first visit here, so I'm very excited to show her this incredible country of yours. Perhaps not Kangaroo Flat's military training area in Darwin though." As well as thanking the Australian government for their support of this year's Invictus Games, the Duke also thanked the Cosgroves for their hospitality and hosting the couple at their magnificent home. "We're inviting all of our mates in Sydney to visit," he joked. While the Duke appeared to be careful not to reveal the gender of their forthcoming child during his speech, he did have to stop and pause while referring to the baby. "We also genuinely couldn't think of a better place to announce the, upcoming baby, whether it's a boy or a girl, so thank you very much," he said. After the short remarks the couple split up to meet some of the guests who had been reception. The Duchess walked alongside Lady Cosgrove and first met mathematician and TV personality Eddie Wu, 33, who immediately bonded with the royal after talking about his children. "Our kids are 5, 7 and 10 and it requires a lot of energy," he said. His wife Michelle, adding, There's no rest, but it's so rewarding." Meghan laughed. "We're ready. We're excited to join the club." Wu, a maths teacher who found fame on YouTube before appearing on a number of Australian TV shows, believes in teaching children about money from a young age, preparing them for life's financial challenges. He has spoken publicly about raising money-smart kids. Meghan also spoke with 2014 Australian of the Year winner Tim Kinnelan, who founded TLC for Kids, an organization that supports all children in hospital, no matter the illness. Upon hearing the charity has helped over 850,000 children since 1998, Meghan commented, "Wow, this is so important and it's really incredible what you do." Kinnelan spoke about the charity's expansion into New Zealand and said he would like to focus on the UK next. "I'd like to hear more about this," Meghan commented, before nodding her head when the former motivational speaker suggested they arrange a meeting. In the third group, Meghan met singer-songwriter Missy Higgins and her partner Dan Lee, who recently welcomed their second child, daughter Luna. "You look incredible," Meghan remarked when Higgins, 35, revealed the sleeping newborn was just 9 weeks old. "She's so sweet, so cute. Look at her." Before moving on, the singer had one piece of advice for the expectant Duchess: "Cherish each moment because it goes by so fast." It really does. Other guests at the event included Richard Harris, a doctor and diver who helped in the Thai cave rescue, Indigenous fashion model Samantha Harris, and Dean Della, the director for young people at the Prince's Trust Australia. Meghan and Harry enjoyed an entrancing performance by one of Australia's top dance companies today. Inside Sydney's iconic Opera House, the couple entered a rehearsal for Bhangra Dance, Australia's leading Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander dance company. They entered to the first performance black that portrays the ochre color of the clay that the dancers would normally be painted in. A group of male dancers performed a powerful dance where they were lifted on each other's shoulders. Harry really got into the performance, tapping his feet and nodding his head. Another dance was white with female dancers, again to symbolize the paint worn in connection to the Australian earth. Meghan chatted to Bhangra's director Philippe Majid as he talked her through the scenes. The final scene, the call, was about cleansing someone's sorrow. 18 dancers belonged to the company and they all chatted to Meghan and Harry after the performance. Laurie Ho, 41, executive administrator of Bhangra Dance: "We are the only dance company with this sort of background based on 65,000 years of history. It was important for the Duke and Duchess to come and acknowledge the culture of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders. All of our dancers come from all over Australia, but they are from Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander backgrounds. It's very values-driven. Aboriginal culture is all about respect, reciprocity and sustainable living." Chairman Michael McDaniel addressed the couple. "Stop for a moment and cast our minds to the original owners of this land. We tell stories that enrich our nation and draw our tradition from 2,000 generations. We share that with the community and the world." Bhangra Dance Theatre is in its 29th year. "We strive to a more inclusive culture and one that has Aboriginal culture at its heart. I hope you've been moved. I know you've been moved from your comments and get a sense of the spirit." The couple then left the rehearsal space for their walkabout outside the Opera House. Heidi Carfax Foster, 44, who was there with her children Layla, 13, India, 10 and Archie, 8, was one of the first to talk to the couple on their walkabout. "They were very eager to chat," she said. "I said to him, 'Congratulations, mate.' He looked absolutely chuffed. He said thank you very much." Archie gave them a drawing he had made of Harry and Meghan. She said, "That's so beautiful." "You made a drawing of us," she said. "Harry, look at this drawing." James Campton, 16, who was one of several teenagers in the crowd who had skipped school to see them, was so overcome on meeting the couple that he broke down in tears. She said, "What's your name?" I said, "I'm James." And I just cried in front of her. They were so beautiful. I shook both their hands. You don't get this once in a million years. I skipped school for the day, and I met Harry and Meghan. It's absolutely awesome. They are just so amazing. That's why I am overcome with emotion. Abby Van Vuren, 37, was there with her children Madeline, 6, and Poppy, 4, who gave Harry and Meghan Possum Magic, a book which their mother used to read to them when they were very small. She said, This is the first book we've been given for the baby. Another group of 15-year-old schoolgirls skipped school for the day, and even made a poster to proclaim the fact. Emerson Yee, who held up a poster saying "I gave up perfect school attendance to see you," said, "They both said they liked my poster, but they told me not to miss school again." Her friend Lulu Hogan said, "Meghan was the sweetest human being." They were joined by their friend Tara Gill, who had a poster saying "Congrats on baby Sussex" and suggesting they called it Tara. "I got a bit overwhelmed," she said. "I started crying. She looked at my poster and I said my name suggestion was Tara." She said, "I will keep it in mind." She was so kind. She was really genuine. After a wet and windy start to their time in Cindy, the sun was shining for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's first public walkabout since they revealed a royal baby is on the way. Around 2,000 people packed into the promenade outside the world-famous Sydney Opera House as royal well-wishers flocked, gathered keen to catch a glimpse of the royal couple. Shortly before 1 p.m. Harry and Meghan spent more than their scheduled 20 minutes meeting and greeting the incredibly excited locals as royal baby fever seemed to have already reached fever pitch in the city. But their attention was dedicated to one special fan who has stolen a kiss from Prince Harry on more than one occasion. Daphne Dunn, 98, has been dubbed Prince Harry's favoritossie, with the Duke of Sussex stopping to have lengthy chats with her during both his 2015 and 2017 trips to Australia. After spotting her in the crowd, the Duke, 34, ran over and knelt down to her as she sat in her wheelchair before giving her a huge tender hug. As they clasped hands, Harry, 34, said, "I was looking for you earlier and hoped you'd be here. It's so good to see you again." Harry immediately looked round his shoulder and scanned the crowd for his wife, keen to introduce her to his special fan. Soon enough, the Duchess, who had been warmly greeted by hundreds of well-wishers congratulating the couple on her pregnancy, approached Thames Dunn, knelt down and hugged her. War widow Daphne's first husband, Lieutenant Albert Chown, died aged 25 in 1945 during an attack on a Japanese machine gun post in Papua New Guinea. He was posthumously awarded the Victoria Cross, which Mrs. Dunn was wearing when she first met Prince Harry. Meghan said, "I'm so glad I got to meet you. Harry has told me all about you and your special bond. It's so lovely you came to see us." "Thank you." Daphne said, "It was lovely to meet the Duchess Meghan. Harry is a wonderful man and I'm so happy he had found happiness. They both deserved the absolute world together." Asked if this time was the most special meeting her hero Harry, Daphne said, "Well, it was certainly different. He's married now for a start and he looks very happy. I am over the moon for him. She is a wonderful girl." I congratulated them on their baby and said I wished them all the happiness they deserve. Before leaving, Meghan told her, "Hopefully next time we'll have our little one with us." Other editable locals included sisters Hannah and Francesca Francis, 12 and 10, said they were super excited to meet the royal couple outside the Opera House. The schoolgirls said they had waited for 3 hours to just catch a glimpse of the royal couple and couldn't believe it when the royal couple came over to speak to them. Hannah said, "I told my sister we would see Meghan today, but I couldn't believe it when she came over to speak to us. She was so nice and friendly and she is so pretty. She was so nice to us and said thank you for coming down to meet her." Francesca said, "We were both super excited to meet Harry and Meghan. I just can't believe we did. Our friends are going on be so jealous. We're going to be taking about this forever." The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have been introduced to their koala namesakes and a stud of a short-legged echidna, as they admired the so cute wildlife of Taronga Zoo. The couple, who announced they are expecting their first baby yesterday, were invited to stroke 2 koalas and their joeys, who were named Harry and Meghan in honor of the royal wedding in May. The Duchess called the animals so sweet, shyly touching a koala named Ruby who sat sleepily on a lower branch in the small, open enclosure. The Duke was more forthcoming, reaching to pet the koala with the encouragement of keepers, and admiring their healthy coats and quizzing keeper Susie McNamara about their diet and sleeping habits. The couple were also shown wallabies and quokkas in their enclosures, leaning on the zoo's low fences to admire them and watch them being fed. Accompanied by the Premier of New South Wales Gladys Berejiklian, they spent around 5 minutes with the koalas, Ruby and Waddle, whose joeys were named Meghan and Harry as a wedding gift from the people of the region. In a private moment away from the cameras, the couple were also given a stuffed toy version of the animal in celebration of their baby news. In a research laboratory at the zoo, they were also introduced to lynx, a short-legged echidna being studied. Dr. Phoebe Marr, research and pathology coordinator, told the couple that the animal is the star of their recent project, which helps tackle the illegal wildlife trade. Showing them the ID tags, Michelle Shaw, wildlife nutritionist, said he is a breeding male, joking, "He's kind of a stud, he's had 2 babies." The Duke seemed concerned about the animal's well-being in a room full of cameras, asking of its nose, the snot, "Is that a good thing or stress?" "It's okay, he's drooling out of excitement," the scientists told him. "And he's just been fed." After being invited to pet the echidna, the Duchess tentatively stroked its spines, which are used to track the animals and monitor their diet. The scientific research will allow those tackling the illegal wildlife trade to better pinpoint where animals are coming from. "Oh, well done," said the Duchess, hearing about the research of the 4 female scientists. "Congratulations. That's really impressive." After the short tour, the Duke and Duchess went to unveil a plaque commemorating the opening of a research center. The Duchess of Sussex told koala keeper Susie, who have her a toy one today, that she would put the cuddly toy in the nursery. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex took to the water to see spectacular Sydney by boat. Prince Harry and Meghan climbed aboard a water transfer, Admiral Hudson flying the white ensign of the Royal Australian Navy, after the visit to Taronga Zoo for a 20-minute crossing of the harbour to the Sydney Opera House.